Welcome to another video of Style of Play. We are talking about Morocco and France. Tonight is a big game for both nations, but more so Morocco. Before we get into that video, please go and subscribe to the channel and like the video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments as well about tonight's second semi-final, who will face Argentina in the final after last night's brilliant performance by Argentina and Messi's magical talent, you know, the GOAT level status that he is now. But we're talking about France, we're talking about Morocco, a team, obviously let's start with Morocco, a team that no one really, I can say that myself, didn't really think Morocco were going to be in the final or even in the semi-final of a World Cup. They've played really well. They've done some, I mean, they've had some really tough oppositions. You think about, you know, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, they've overcome all of them and they're still here. They're still running high. We have to give them a bit of credit, you know, and I think looking at the, I mean, again, if you're a betting person, looking at the bookies, you know, 7-2 for Morocco to go through is a massive price. You know, it's even bigger if you're interested in extra time and penalties. But I can't see Morocco getting past France, if I'm honest. I'd love it to happen. I'd love Morocco to be the underdogs that people are calling them, to go through to the final, potentially even win the World Cup. I mean, what about that for a story? You know, if they go on to win it, then yeah, of course, it's a massive achievement for them. But France are France, and I think they are the team that have looked really well throughout the tournament. They haven't really wobbled. You haven't really thought about France as you know, they haven't really put in a bad performance in this World Cup. And I look at the team, you know, from front to back. Maybe defensively they were a bit shaky. I thought they were a bit shaky against England at the weekend, but even then, you know, they still have enough firepower going forward. The Griezmanns, Dumbeles, Mbappe, Giroud, you know, going forward, they've still got a lot of firepower going forward. And defense, they're not the best, but they are, you know, Theo Hernandez is really good for them. You know, so they have obviously Jules Koundé, who's filling in almost as a right back. He can play there, but he's naturally a centre half. He's a centre back, and you know, Varane, Upamecano as well. At the centre back position, they can get through this. Now we have to look at Morocco, because I think their front three is also very dangerous. They have Hakim Ziyech, En-Nesyri and Boufal as their front three, and they've done really well, and I think they've been very key in terms of how they've been able to progress to the semi-finals of the World Cup this year. I think they're the three, and Amrabat as well, midfield, has been a solid rock for them going forward. Obviously Hakimi, who scored the winning penalty to get them through to this stage now, you know, down that right side as well, alongside Hakim Ziyech, has been linking up really well for Morocco. Had a really good tournament, the two of them together linking up. You know, that could cause a lot of dangers for, you know, again, Hernandez and Rabiot on that left side as well. Obviously, we know Mbappe doesn't really track back, so there's going to be a lot of work for Rabiot, a lot of work for Hernandez on that left side to deal with Hakim Ziyech, to deal with Hakimi, who will be going forward. I think that's the only way for me that Morocco can really win this game, is if they have to, you know, I think of this game almost as a, I don't know, an Aston Villa versus a Manchester City, you know, where that underdog has to take the game to the other team. And you know, you see sometimes with teams against City or teams against Liverpool, you know, they take the game to them and they win the game because they're taking the game to them. They're applying the pressure. They're not giving you know, a moment's peace for Man City or Liverpool to get anything on the ball. And I think Morocco have to do that to France tonight. They have to close down the gaps. They have to press really hard. They have to just eliminate any sort of possession from France and allow them any time on the ball and peg them back, very much like Croatia tried to do to Argentina last night for the first 15-20 minutes. But they have to do that all game in order to allow themselves to get a chance into the final to play Argentina. How do I think France will line up? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. We've got it written down here, so I think they'll stick pretty much with the same squad. I think they can't really go without. Why change it? I think, you know, you look at, as I said, Dembele, Griezmann, Mbappe and Giroud up front. I think Tchouameni is going to be massively crucial to France in that midfield alongside Rabiot, and I think, yeah, the back four that I explained already. So I think France has set up already for what could be, you know, historical for them, you know, back-to-back World Cups if they go on to beat Argentina, if they progress to the final. But there's a little bit of me that thinks Morocco can do this. Morocco can do it. I mean, you know, France, as I said, a shake it defense. We haven't spoke about Lloris, who back-to-back games now. I mean, even in the England game and the game before that, he didn't really look comfortable. He didn't look comfortable. He can't play out from the back. And this is why I'm saying Morocco need to press. They need to press. They need to take shots. Even if it's from outside the box, they need to take shots and test Lloris, because Lloris is a very good goalkeeper, is a good shot stopper. But if you keep testing him, you keep prodding him, you keep trying to get a goal, you're trying to do this and keep pressing and pushing, you're going to score, because he makes mistakes at the back. And as I said, you know, Varane and Koundé and all the others in the back line, they panic. They try and play out from the back. They'll play back to Lloris. Someone just needs to hit Lloris and stick a man on him, because if you do that, he's going to make a mistake 100%. But I can't see, you know, all-time goal scorer for France now, Giroud, not scoring. I think he's going to be up for this game. I think Mbappe will be up for this game as well. The same with the other two, Dembele, Griezmann, who, you know, worked and ran the show against England at the weekend. I think they're going to be crucial for this game. It would, I mean, again, for me, it would set up a lovely final either way. I think, you know, if you look at the likes of Messi and Mbappe coming up against each other in the final, I mean, that will be a good battle, good duel to watch as well. But I do think, and I'd love to see Morocco go through, just because of, you know, seeing something different in the World Cup. But some will probably say that we'll get a better game against France and Argentina. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Who would you like to see Argentina play? Can Morocco do it? Can Morocco be the ones to upset the majority of people who think France will go through? It'd be a massive test for them. Hakim Ziyech coming back to Chelsea as a World Cup winner. I mean, who would have said that a couple of weeks ago? But let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Style of Play Football. Thank you very much for watching, and let's see who goes through to the final of the World Cup tonight.